you jump on it, and then you can operate the vehicle mobile bay. So press vehicles. In this case here, we want to build the Seamoth. Press it.
The Seamoth is a fast, safe mode of transport, but remember that swimming is good for your glutes and endorphin levels.
And there we go. There's our Seamoth. Not only is the Seamoth a great little vehicle to now start exploring and going deeper. Seamoth can go down to 200 meters. It also refuels your oxygen. Hey, g'day, and welcome back to another episode of Subnautica, episode 3. In this episode, we're actually going to go and explore Lifepod 17 and all the items around Lifepod 17. So let's get straight into it. Here we go, Lifepod 17. Okay, so we have two items here. We have a large piece of wreck to explore, and as it says, we've also got the cave system. So we've got a cave system, and as they said, it's got a cave system with a creature that attacks them. So let's have a look at what we've got here in the cave system. So as much as it's nice to look around and we can see the creatures, remembering that the only oxygen we have is the oxygen to actually get down here. So I think we will explore this cave, but just not now. So when we were looking around, we saw a couple of really nice components, and that was a Seamoth fragment. And the Seamoth, which we've just now completed.
Blueprint acquired.
So we'll go to the surface for this.
Seconds.
Okay, so the new blueprint, which is an excellent blueprint, is going to be one of your most highly used pieces of kit, is your Seamoth. The Seamoth is going to allow you to travel further, but also deeper. It also has an oxygen source, so you can actually park the Seamoth next to where you want to explore and to come back. However, to make the Seamoth, you actually need a mobile vehicle bay. So you can actually make the Seamoth. So we're going to look for the components of the mobile vehicle bay in order to make the Seamoth, in order to get into the cave. So let's have a look for that mobile vehicle bay, and that is what Lifepod 17 is going to help us achieve, and hopefully we find all the components we need here. I don't know if we will, but they'll definitely be around here somewhere. So what we want to do is we want to head over to this wreck, but we want to just keep on scanning the horizon and the sand. For a couple of things is we still need a heap of silver to make these components. As you can see, a lot of wire, so copper and silver is going to be very important. Bioreactor, we don't need the bioreactor. Copper. Propulsion cannon, we will definitely take that. Here's scrap metal. Here we go, bioreactor fragments. So it's just recognizing Seamoth. Oh, we've got the Seamoth, so we've got the full Seamoth. It's now with the mobile vehicle bay is what we're after. Alright, let's head to the surface. Let's explore down And once again, it's not probably the easiest wreck to explore without having the also keeping in mind we've only got 19% left on our batteries.
New blueprint acquired. New blueprint acquired. Integrating.
I'm going to go back in this way and see if I was missing something. So, no. Ah, I was. I had the door this way, silly me. Okay, so 3%. What I'm going to do is to replace your, so just click reload or R, change the battery over. I'm going to swap the oxygen over, get some more air I should say. So it's going to be a little bit darker. Here, jump in that way. Head down here. Doing it at night is also not the easiest thing to do. I tend to see items better during the daylight. Well, we've already got the propulsion cannon, so that's... Alright, head back out. And you really have to keep your eye open, because that is an important part, but we still need 2 more of those components. Okay, so what do we got? We've got 1 of 3 of our vehicle made. We've got a full Seamoth. Still haven't got our multi-purpose room, but we're going to find that in the cave below. We've got a swivel chair, which we don't need, and we've got another important bit, which is the first of our 3, our laser cutter. And we need the laser cutter before we can go into the aura. So we're going to head back now. We will definitely be coming back to Lifepod 17 again, but in the meantime we're going to head back, grab some fluids. Pick up some food on the way home, and now that we've got some silver, we're also going to make a grav ball. So actually we're going to make the grav ball and then we'll show you how that works. Alright, let's go back in. Okay, so the grav ball, grav trap I should say, is titanium, copper ore and a battery, and we know the battery is copper and acid mushrooms. So let's go quickly grab 2 acid mushrooms. Super handy that the acid mushrooms are right below. Let's make our grav ball so we can cook some dinner. So we need to make a battery. And that should give us our grav ball. Excellent. So we just, once again, put our grav ball into a slot, put it next to the habitat builder, or replace the habitat builder because we're not... And what we want to do is we want to find a nice little area in the shallows that has heaps of fish, like this one here. 5, right click, and let's go fishing. It is a cool little early game device, and then we can quickly just grab the fish that we want. And our grav ball, and we're done. The rest of the fish get away. Makes it super simple just to grab a couple of quick fish for food. Let's cook these up. Now the thing is, I don't need to carry the grav ball around with me everywhere, so we are just going to swap it in there and just use it when we actually need. So let's have a look at what we're actually trying to build, and we're just looking at Lifepod 17. So what we actually are trying to build now is a laser cutter, so we can actually explore wrecks and actually get into doors, and the mobile vehicle bay. So I'm now just going to do a quick search around the Lifepod for those components, and I will come back when we see some of those components. Alright, I will drop off my supplies, I will go for another exploratory trip, and I will see you soon. So we're just at the back of the Aura now, so we found another wreck directly below us. It's still fairly much in the shallows, just next to the reef back, so I'm just scanning the reef back. Oh. They're almost like cow-like creatures. That just float. So we've got this wreck down here that we're going to explore. The entrance is actually from the top. Remembering the component that we're actually after is a vehicle, mobile vehicle bay. I think we've got the propulsion cannon. PDA darters here. Ultra glide fins, they will come in handy.
New blueprint acquired.
Turning dark. Oh, battery charger fragment, very important. mobile vehicle bay. And there we go. We have everything we need for our mobile vehicle bay, plus there's more to explore in here, but we're running a little bit short of oxygen, so we're going to head up to the surface. All right. There we go. Okay, we're going to head back to the Seamoth, the Lifepod, do a bit of a recap, and I'll see you when we're back there. Okay, let's bring up the PDA. So now we have our vehicle mobile vehicle bay, and we have our Seamoth blueprint. We also found for an ultra glide fin, which means that you can swim twice as much as obviously the normal fins. So we are going to make our mobile vehicle bay, and we're actually going to make our Seamoth, and then we'll finish it up there. Okay, I'll spit it out. Mobile vehicle bay needs a power cell, which is new, and the titanium ingot. So the titanium ingot is 10 pieces of titanium. That's why you can never have too much titanium. However, the other one, which is the power cell, is 2 batteries and silicon rubber, knowing that the silicon rubber comes from the creep vine, and the batteries, we've made enough batteries, which is acid mushrooms and copper ore. So let's just, in this case here, we'll just make sure we've got a heap of titanium, acid mushrooms, and we will make that and our copper. So we'll quickly make our titanium ingots. So we needed to make out of our creep vine, so let's just make sure that we're on track to see what we're right. So vehicle mobile bay, we need lubricant and the power cell. Lubricant and a power cell, so we need 2 power cells for that. The power cell being the silicon rubber and the battery, so we need lubricant and we need silicon rubber. The second thing that we needed, was there anything else particular? No, that's it, power cell. So we needed 2 batteries and silicon rubber. So let's make some silicon rubber. So we need 2 lots of silicon rubber. It actually makes 2 silicon rubber. That makes it easy. So that's 2 silicon rubber, but it only makes 1 lubricant, but we do need to have 2 lubricants. Now let's actually make some power cells. So we'll make 2 batteries, because we know we need 2 power cells. The good thing about the power cell, so it's a handy tip as well, is the batteries do not need to be fully charged. So if you've actually got, for instance, I've got 2 batteries here, one's got 2%, we're going to make it, but it will actually give you a 100% charged power cell. Okay, so there's our 2 power cell. We don't have a spare battery, so we just have to keep that in mind. And alright, so let's have a look at what we've got. We have, and we need that as well, we need to make vehicle bay, check. We've got a titanium ingot, lubricant and power cell. Titanium ingot, lubricant, power cell, lead and 2 glass. So we just need to make 2 glass, which is going to be from our quartz. So let's make 2 glass, and I'm just going to make another rubber with this spare creep vine that we've got, because we'll need the rubber for fins and other components a little bit later on. So let's drop. We got the 2 glass. We can just drop the rubber in there. We don't need it for now. We've got the lead, and we're ready to go. Okay, let's go make that vehicle mobile bay. So as much as you can push the vehicle mobile bay around, you want to my recommendation would be to put it on the opposite side of your Lifepod to the Aurora, because it's generally, this is the deepest side and you're going to do more exploring out this way. So what I would suggest is you find a place that's not too far away from your pod, but it has a little bit of depth. Because when you make things like a cyclops and stuff like that, you need a bit of water underneath your vehicle mobile bay for it to drop your cyclops. So I'm going to drop my vehicle mobile bay about here. You can always pick it up and then drop it again later, so you don't have to travel too far away from your pod. So I'm going to do it here. So, silly me, I need to make it. All right, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so let's try that again. Okay, I also see that I've got 10% left on my my sea glide, so I do want to very quickly do it. So you just literally the same thing, you bring it out, you press right click, release your vehicle mobile bay. It floats on the surface. As you swim closer to it, it will then start up, you jump on it, and then you can operate the vehicle mobile bay. So press vehicles. In this case here, we want to build the Seamoth. Press it.
The Seamoth is a fast, safe mode of transport, but remember that swimming is good for your glutes and endorphin levels.
And there we go. There's our Seamoth. Not only is the Seamoth a great little vehicle to now start exploring and going deeper, Seamoth can go down to 200 meters. It also refuels your oxygen, so it'll help us explore. All right. Thank you very much. That's all we're going to cover for this series. So this series covered Lifepod 17 and how to make a mobile vehicle bay and a Seamoth. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the likes. I'm really enjoying the series. This is one of my favourite games. Certainly plenty of hours of playability. Hit the subscribes and please leave your comments down below. What it does is it just really helps me build the series, and if there's anything particularly you want to see me build or enhance or enunciate a lot more, just leave it in the comments. So enjoy, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.